And now, What's My Line? Brought to you by Stop at Spray Deodorant. Poof, there goes perspiration. Poof Deodorant Body Powder, the body powder you spray. Finesse Shampoo, the new flowing cream shampoo. All in the first truly functional cosmetic containers, far easier to use. All created by Dr. Jules Montagnier, the famous cosmetic chemist. Time now to enjoy What's My Line?
And now let's meet our What's My Line panel of well-known personalities whose lines you already know. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in the New York Journal American and papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
On my left, the publisher of those wonderful histories for boys and girls, the landmark books, Mr. Bennett, Cerf.
Thank you, Dorothy. On my left is the only girl in New York that my wife wouldn't trust me alone with. And how right she is, Arlene.
I trust all 6 foot of you anytime. And on my left, our Pamela Santa Claus. Why? Because he slays the people, Hal Block.
Wow. Nice letter. And on my left, my favorite news columnist, man is going to do a new panel show for a Christmas tree program called What's My Pine? Yonder.
Thank you. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to What's My Line, presented by Stop It. Once again tonight, our cameras are going to go close up on some people who've been good enough to come and visit, bring with them some interesting and unexpected occupations. At least we hope they're unexpected as far as my friends in the panel are concerned. It will mean that our guests will carry home some prizes. We'll also have a famous guest challenger before the panel a bit later in the program, but now it's time for the experts to meet our first challenger, whose job they've got to spot. Will you sign in, please, Mayor?
Anyone we know?
B. Gatling. How are you? Where are you from?
Well, I'm from way down in Dixie, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte?
Charlotte?
Right. Actually, this is like opening a Pandora's box where Block is concerned, who sits over on the edge of
I know the
thing
mayor
there.
there.
He knows the
Very
mayor,
cold.
but...
I have a feeling
I'd
that
like to
won't
know
help
you.
you a bit, Hal.
Now, you have to take a small walk down in front of the panel for us, if you will, because they'd like to get a closer look at you. Would you do that now?
Come back as soon as possible.
All right, Miss Gatling, will you come over here now and sit down next to me? And on the basis of that fine, firm, and certain handwriting of yours, and the quick look that the panel has had at you, at this point, we always give them one free guess as to what your line may be. We'll begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she's the queen of cotton, or queen of tobacco, or queen of something.
Mr. Cerf.
Well, I should think Miss Gatling would make guns.
Miss Francis.
I should think Miss Gatling would make Dixie cups.
Lord, child. Mr. Block.
I think she's an Esquire calendar girl, and I'd like to be one of her dates.
No, I'm afraid nobody has it right. We'll let the viewers at home have a further look at Miss Gatling, and at the same time, we'll tell them what her line is. But the panel's going to have to work. Now, Miss Gatling, what happens from this point on is every time you give the panel a no answer, it costs them $5. We'll keep the record of all that right up here. 10 of these no's, and you have won the game. It's our custom to always give the panel one last rope to dive onto in their deep water. Miss Gatling is salaried. With that, we'll begin the general questioning with Miss Kilgallen.
Miss Gatling, do you work for a profit-making organization?
Yes, I do.
Is there any product involved in what you do?
Yes.
Is it a product that could be purchased at a store?
Yes.
Is it something that might be purchased by both men and women?
Under certain circumstances. Maybe we'll have a small conference.
There'll be no long conferences with this pilot, John.
I love this. I can keep this up all night. Actually, we've got a question here of some moment, and if you'll just give us another 10 or 12 minutes, we'll get it all straightened out. Go on, get away. Okay. Actually, we will give you a qualified yes on that.
Then may I assume that it would be more likely for one sex to buy this rather than the other?
Yes.
Is this something that's useful?
Yes.
Is it also pleasurable in some way?
Is it pleasurable in some way? Well, I wouldn't think so, would you?
Not exactly.
No, I may have to give you a no on that, Miss Dorothy. 1 down, 9 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Well, Miss Kilgallen ducked the logical next question as to which sex uses this product most. It is used more by one sex than another, is that correct?
Yes.
Well, I'll have to take a 50-50 chance and guess, is it used more by men than women?
Yes.
Well,
Shall we have a conference?
this product manufactured.
Yes.
It is a manufactured product. And you work for the company that manufactures it?
Yes, I do.
Could this product, by any chance, be destructive in any way?
It can be, yes.
Would it be used in waging warfare? I don't mean between the sexes, I mean real warfare.
Yes.
It could be, yeah.
It could be?
Mm-hmm.
Is it used in gunfire of any way? Is it used in the firing of cannon?
In the firing of cannon.
Well, something
That would
to do
make it
with-
2 down and 8 to go. Miss Francis.
Well, might it be used in the firing of something smaller than cannon?
Something smaller than cannon. No. 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Block.
Could it be more explosive than you are?
Yes, I'll answer that one. This is really an accolade. It's a medal. All right, go
Would it
on,
have
Mr.
anything
Block.
to do with any type of weapon?
Does it have anything to do with any type of weapon?
Or powder or something like that?
You mean by weapon a gun? You're following the same line of thought that has been carried forward to this point. A gun or an artillery piece or something
Or
like that?
something like that? No.
No. All right, well, then you go on. Take it from there.
Knowing you. Is it something that perhaps is small enough to be held in your hand?
Yes.
Is it something that might be made of steel or some metal?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, is this thing in itself an explosive?
Yes, it is.
Is it used for constructive purposes as well as destructive purposes?
Yes.
Is it dynamite?
That's
Yes.
right. That's very good. And now that you've discovered that Miss Gatling has something to do with dynamite, all you have to do is to find out what she has to do with dynamite. So let's go from there.
She is dynamite.
All right, Miss Kilgallen.
Does she make dynamite?
She makes dynamite. It's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Well, I can't imagine that you test dynamite. You work for DuPont, I take it down there.
Yes,
You test
I-
dynamite down there?
That's right. She tests dynamite. Actually, I think, Miss Gatling, it would help if you told us what you test. You test the moisture content, don't
Yes, we analyze it chemically.
you? Imagine spending your life analyzing dynamite chemically.
I'm just looking at it.
I think it's only fair to say that I had a clue before we went on. There were a bunch of photographers buzzing around here, and I asked what they were all doing here, and one of them said he had been sent by the DuPont company, and I took a chance that you were the girl.
Well, she could have made
so
my
that's
life.
good. This is too bad. Just for that, we'll flip the rest of the cards, and
think
you
she-
win the full prize by default. We'll take care of that in a big hurry. So you win the full prize of $50, and our thanks for being our guest. Nice to have you with us. Good night. Good to see you. All right, panel, let's see what you can do with this panelist, or rather, challenger, rather. I think it's going to give you a lot of trouble. Would you please sign in now, ma'am? Anne? And, Bro, is that? How are you? All right, Panel, it is Mrs. Bro, and where are you from, Mrs. Bro?
Mrs. Bro? Bye.
Mrs. Bro, and you're from the Bronx.
That's right.
Now, would you take the walk down in front of the panel for me, please?
May I lift your hands, Mrs. Bro? Thank you.
You didn't bring photographers with you, did you, Mrs. Bell?
All
May
right.
I look at your ring? You are married, aren't you?
Just be sure it's on your finger when you get your hand back, and now come over here and sit down to me, if you will. And Mrs. Bro, on the basis of that short walk and the fact that the panel has had a chance to know you a little bit, we give them one free guess at this point, which we always begin with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she's a spaghetti tester.
A spaghetti tester, Mr. Cerf.
I think she owns a millinery shop on 149th Street.
Miss Francis.
I think she makes Christmas stockings.
Mr. Block.
I think she's one of the few people who didn't see Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Maybe true, but nobody has the right answer. Once again, we'll let our viewers at home get a further look at Mrs. Bro, and at the same time, we'll tell them what her line is. But the panel has to dig. Mrs. Bro, I think you know the rules. Every no answer, we rack up $5 for you. 10 of these no's, and you have won the game. You all set now?
Right.
All right. Mrs. Bro is salaried. With that, we'll begin the general questioning with Mr. Block.
Miss Bro, do you deal in a product?
Yes,
Might this ever be found in the home?
sometimes.
Sometimes?
Like,
Would this ever come in contact with the person's body?
yes,
Something that might ever change a person's appearance?
very much.
Don't tell him a thing. Go on, Mr. Block.
Want another copper? Is this something that's a solid rather than a liquid or a cream?
Yes,
Might this ever be applied to a person's face? Might?
Yes.
Are there some women who might not use this?
yes,
If a woman did use it, would she probably take it off before she went to bed? Would it be considered bad manners if a woman put this on, say, at a restaurant? Well, if a fella kissed his girl goodnight, would he find this smeared all over his face?
One down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
I think I'm a little confused by this line of questioning. But you say that this can be applied to the face.
yes,
Is there anything else you can do with it?
yes,
Is it more usual to do something else? Oh, I'll start that over again. Is this usually used as something besides a solid to put on ladies' faces?
yes,
Is this ever used by men?
yes,
Would you say that it was more likely that it would be used by men than by women?
yes,
Do men put it on their faces?
Do men put it on their faces? That would make it
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Well, Mrs. Bro, is this something that is applied to people by somebody else?
yes,
Would it be applied ever by a barber?
no,
No, I don't know any barbers that would, do you?
No, I
That's
don't.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis. I mean, it's within the realm of possibility that a barber might, but it would not be normal.
You
They
don't
would
know
give
my barber.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Did I understand you say this was a solid?
that's,
It is a solid.
yes,
And is it something that you could hold in your hand?
yes,
And can you buy it at a department store?
yes,
And is it a useful product?
There are certain occasions when it has definite use, yes.
Does it have any adhesive quality of any kind?
A 4 down and 6
No.
to go, Mr. Block.
You say it could be applied to a man. Could it ever be applied to me, do you think?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Would it make me any happier?
no,
No, I don't think it would make you happier. That's 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, is this thing meant to be near the person?
Well, actually, in almost every one of its useful aspects, it should be near a person, yes.
Is there anything unpleasant about this product? I mean, if it's near you, would you rather not have it near you sometimes?
There are some occasions when it's near you, when you just as soon it wasn't near you, wouldn't you think?
Right.
Yes.
Well, could it pain you or make you uncomfortable in any way?
Yes.
Why do you have anything to do with such a thing? Well, is it, however, or wait a minute, is this a very hard object?
Very hard object?
Yes.
No. 6 down and 4 to go, and I'm going to give you 1 more minute on this panel, Mr. Cerf.
Does this product in any way disguise a person that wears it? Like a mask or something of that sort?
No. 7 down and 3 to go, Miss Francis.
Is it something that you wear for corrective purposes?
Yes, actually. I would say that in the broad interpretation, this is something you would wear for corrective purposes, yes.
Oh, well, it probably isn't what I was thinking of. Something like a
I have a
thing that would
weenie.
hold back your ears.
This is
May we have a conference?
May we have a
Well,
conference?
just a minute. Now, actually, I'm going to ask Miss Arlene, because we are running late, to ask one more question and then knock it off, because I think I may have given a tip in that last answer. No, Miss Arlene, ask one more question.
Is it soft?
Well, middling, but not really.
Is it hairy?
I think we'll have to give you 8 down and 2 to go, and we'll have to give Mrs. Bro the full prize by default. She makes boxing gloves. She makes... And Mrs. Bro... Well, we stumped them. Congratulations to you. You win the full prize by default, and thanks very much for being our guest. It's nice to have had you with us on What's My Life. And now, in just 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen, we'll introduce our mystery guest. Now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity. My friends on the panel would certainly recognize our guest on sight, so we, of course, have had to provide them with blindfolds. Are those blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? You sit down, please. All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we get right down to the general questioning, which we will begin with Mr. Bennett, Cerf.
Well, I take it from the cheering that you're in the entertainment profession. Is that correct? just to make sure.
Just a minute, Bennett. We can't hear you. All right, you go ahead, Bennett.
We went wrong with Ethel Waters. Are you male? Am I correctly assuming that the voice I'm hearing is far from your normal voice?
I certainly hope so.
If you were using your normal voice, would it be a voice that I had heard occasionally in motion pictures? Talking motion pictures. Have you also done television work? You're going to get hoarse if you keep this down.
You sound like Lady from Richmond.
Would you say that your reputation was predominantly that of a motion picture actor?
Yes.
When you play in pictures, do you play a starring role? You do. May I ask... Don't repeat your answer. May I assume that you're under 50? That is very vigorous. May I ask if you're under 40?
No. What? 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Kind of.
Well, if you're not a seal, would you be... would you be considered a leading man?
At times.
Would you be considered then also a character actor?
In a way, yes.
Are you an American?
An American seal.
Would you be considered a comedian?
Sometimes.
Nice.
He's earning all of his spurs in this area tonight.
Are you presently engaged by any particular studio?
No.
That's 2 down and
That
8
was
to
a
go.
dainty one.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Block.
You are under 50?
Yes.
How long you been underwater? Do you ever get the girl in your picture?
Sometimes.
But not like that. Do you also do other things besides being the hero in the picture? Ooh. Have you ever been in, say, radio? Have you ever done any radio at all?
Oh, yes.
Have you done television before this?
Yes, yes.
Do you ever work with anybody else? Sort of a woman or a fellow as a partner?
Oh, I always work with somebody.
Maybe a halibut or something. Do you?
Yes, well, our guest has said that he doesn't, in the terms as we understand them, do a solo piece. He usually works with somebody else on television.
Well, did you ever have a program on television?
No.
That's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Do you ever play unpleasant characters in movies?
Oh, yeah, I certainly do.
Did you ever, in a certain motion picture, have sort of a trademark, a mannerism, such as an evil laugh?
No.
That's 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf, and we have only about 3 minutes to go.
Richard Widmark, by
Yes.
any chance?
Mhm.
I was, too. I want to pursue a question that Hal Block asked. When you are known, is it as part of a team, by any chance?
No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, and we have about 2.5 minutes to go, Miss Francis.
You're just a single actor. Are you single?
Yes.
Oh. Then are you a juvenile? Hardly anybody. Maybe he's a perennial juvenile.
In years are delinquent.
I don't think we could call him a juvenile. That's 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Block.
Have you ever scared anybody in what you did?
Oh, I suppose so, sometimes, you know.
Have you been with one company more than another?
Yes.
Can we have a small conference?
No, I'm afraid we can't, Mr. Block. We have less than
Has
2
it ever
minutes
been
to go.
20th Century Fox?
Yes.
Oh, terrific. Are you in Stars and Stripes Forever?
No.
That makes it
This is
7
not
down and
Clifton
3 to
Webb.
go, Miss Kilgallen.
Have you ever been on the Broadway stage?
Yes.
Did you ever appear in a musical?
Yes.
Do you do something besides act, then? Do you sing or dance?
Yes.
Do you dance?
Yes.
Oh, for goodness sake. Are you Ray Bolger?
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Cerf.
He's not saying that.
No,
A minute and a half
of course
to go, Bennett.
Have you
I'm
been in
getting
a
rattled.
Broadway play within the last 3 years?
No.
9 down and 1 to go, Miss
Bacon.
Francis.
Find out
Would
if
you
he's
be-
working.
Would you be considered a dashing fellow with the ladies?
Yes, I'll answer that one for him.
Are you a brunette?
Yes.
Do you play guitar or any musical instrument such as that?
No.
That's 10 down and no more to go. Unmasked can take a look at Cesar Romero. Thank you very much, Cesar Romero. Now, I would like, if I may,
Who
to
was it?
steal a private word. I want to thank all of you who were good enough to make checks out to the Correspondence Fund and send them to Ed Morrow at CBS for our memorial building. We're very grateful to those of you who are giving your support because this is something that's very dear to all of us who are in the journalistic profession. So thanks again. We hope you had a good deal of fun tonight because we had an awful lot of fun with you and with the panel and with Cesar Romero. And now in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a preview look at one of our guests whose line our panel is going to be asked to try and identify on next week's show. Next week at this same time, our panel of experts will be asked, "What's my line?" by this young lady. Would you know what her occupation is? Could you spot her line? Well, for the answers to these questions and a good many other ones, be sure to tune in again next Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when once again Stopette invites you to play What's My Line? For other localities, check your local listing for the date and time of our weekly series, and don't forget What's My Line on CBS Radio on Wednesday night. Until then, this is John Daly saying good night, Dorothy.
Good night, Bennett.
Good night, Arlene.
Good night, Hal.
Good night.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television Network.